the Gospel Journal, Malawi. And today we conclude this week's topic. And the topic has been the escape way out of trouble. Today is Saturday, 24th of January, 2026. And I'm reading from Acts chapter 21, verses 35 to 36. And it reads, "And when he came to the steps, he was actually carried by the soldiers because of the violence of the crowd. For the mob of the people followed, crying out, 'Away with him!'" Acts chapter 21 talks about Paul, who came under a heavy attack by the mob. So Apostle Paul was preaching or was teaching in the temple. But the Jews were not happy because he brought in some Greeks into the temple. And by the Jewish tradition, Greeks and all other Gentiles were not allowed to step into the temple. So he was accused of defiling the temple, bringing in people who were not Jews. And they started to act quick, and they were a mob in no time. And you know how a mob works. It stones very fast. It has no reason for things. It will just act. And in a mob, people lose their personal identity. They identify as just a group. And that moment, Paul would have been killed. Stones were flying, aiming at him. But how would he escape? Well, he was escaped by the soldiers from the barracks. So in the city, there was a barracks. That's why in every city, there is always an army barracks, because it is there to strengthen security. If the police fail, the army quickly protects the city, the sovereignty of the city. So the army heard the violent cries, the noise being shouted from the temple, and the soldiers ran quickly and found Apostle Paul being stoned. So they intervened and carried him away. I have a message for you. At times, the noise of your enemies is a siren for your help. And Apostle Paul was carried high up in the air, business class, by the soldiers, and he was led to the barracks, and that was his escape way. Today, you also fly in business class. You'll be held by your enemies, and you make it. Good morning.